Let's switch this over. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Shin, aka Larry, aka Old Head, watching these TV shows. And we about to get into this Rick and Morty spoiler review. But as always, thank you guys for watching. If you could, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, ding ding, to get all our latest videos. And just for a warning, this is a spoiler review for not one but two episodes. For the second episode of season 6 and the third episode of season 6. All right. I just want you guys to know that. So when we start, if you have not seen both of those, please pause the video, go watch both episodes, then come back, and then we can chop it up, see if you agree with my assessment of the shows. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Now, I can't put any mood music in this as I have before because Facebook flagged me and muted my video on Facebook for some reason. So, it's just going to be, you know, me and my sultry voice, and that's it. All right, so let's get into it. Of course, you know I love Rick and Morty. Now, I will be honest, I was late on the Rick and Morty train. I didn't watch them when they first came out, but I recently binged all 5 seasons earlier in the year. And I should have did episodes on that too, but now I enjoyed it so much that I definitely want to do recaps of these newest episodes in the new season. I've thoroughly enjoyed them also. If you haven't seen them, definitely check them out. I recommend them. So let's get back on this. Let's get to this spoiler review. So episode 2 is called A Mort Live Well. All right. So the episode start off, some kids are talking in front of a store, right? You know, they're talking about blah, blah, blah. And then, but the funny thing is they all sound like Mortys, right? Like they talking to each other, but they kind of sound like offshoots of Morty. All of them. Even some of them look kind of like Morty. You know what I'm saying? Even the female one. So, one kid came up with a flyer. He's like, hey, I'm going to the school. And some old dude talking about, he's our grandfather and I just want to check it out. And they're like, what's a grandfather? So that's weird. So then one of them explained like, oh, that grandfather stuff, that's a cult talk. I'm like, what the hell's going on in this episode? So they go to the school or whatever. And basically Rick has taken over one of Morty's bodies and explaining to all these Morty clones that all of them are regular Morty. They're stuck in a video game. All his different personalities or whatever are fragmented out into a full world experience. So everyone in this world is a Morty. He took over one of these Mortys. I think his name is Roy. He's like, yo, we got to get out of here. So I got to bring all of you guys back so we can save the real Morty, and then we can get out and save Summer. They're in the arcade, which is being attacked right now, which is really the best part of this episode is the part with Summer. The part with Rick and Morty is a little satire on how politics is going right now, and people don't want to believe things what's going on. So, but basically. So they drop, the intro start, blah, blah, blah. All right, so there's one female Morty called Marty that comes to the meeting or to the rally, and then basically start believing what Rick was saying or what Roy was saying. So she goes home, sounding just like Morty, by the way. When she come out, she shaved her hair to look like Morty, and she come out tell her dad, I guess the dad thought she was crazy, talking about, oh, we're all Morty, we're all a 14-year-old boy, and we need to go back in the, we need to go out of the game and return. Of course, the dad don't believe her, kick her out the house or whatever. So this is the main Morty. The female Morty is the main Morty, Marta, and that you're gonna follow with Rick. So you go outside back into the arcade, right? And some aliens are attacking. And Rick is like, why'd you wake me up? I got to try to, every time you wake me up, I lose years in a video game. I got to, get all these Mortys together and bring them out. Or your brother be brain dead when he come out. So he's like, just sneak around, do a Die Hard. You know what I'm saying? Keep us safe until we come out. So she's like, what the hell? What is a Die Hard? I don't know what a Die Hard is. Now, for those that you don't know or are too young to know, Die Hard is one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Yes, it is a Christmas movie. We're here to establish that. It's a Christmas movie. Okay. And Die Hard is an old flick that was in the 80s, with Bruce Willis, where he got his big start. So basically, this whole episode, the best part of it is going to be Beth running around being John McClane, and the alien, instead of name Hans, his name is Johns. But yeah, he's a so-called Die Hard specialist. So yeah, that shit is funny though, right? So let me see. So Summer is in there and trying to protect Rick and Morty without letting them know that she's protecting Rick and Morty. And then she killed one of the aliens, and then took the walkie-talkie. So now she got the gun, the walkie-talkie. She walking around like John McClane, talking to the leader of the alien called John. Shit is silly, but it's funny as hell. And then, they depicting the whole little thing, but in a Rick and Morty way. So, Summer John McClane, she's like, yippee-ki-yay, Mickey Ficky or whatever, and hang up the one joint. Then he's explaining to the other henchman like, yo man, this ain't gonna be nothing. I studied Die Hard, and this situation happens throughout the universe. You know what I'm saying? There's always a Die Hard. It's called something else on different in different universes, but it's always Die Hard. So I've studied this back and forth. She can't get over me on me, dog. All right, so he overconfident, just like Hans Gruber was in Die Hard. All right, so this is gonna be going back and forth between it. So basically, the general gist of it is that female time speeds up real fast in the video game when it's only like an hour or a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's years inside the video game. So it's a flash forward. And then Rick is working on a fleet of spaceships to get every Morty out of the video game world, out of there, so they can bring his consciousness back. He said he need 5 more years, but that's probably, a couple of minutes or an hour of regular time. Female Morty, Marta, they go ahead and go and talk to the president of that video game world. He tells them like, nah, I'm not giving you my supporters. We want to stay. We don't want to be a part of your cult. So they think it's a cult, which is funny as hell. Taking a stab at political leaders on how, people are following them like sheep or whatever, and how what one man can say get everybody to do whatever they want to do. A little play on that. But Rick and Morty always have a play on, things that's happening in the real world right now. So they do that. They get back, they have a summit, basically a Skype call or a Discord call with all these different people in different countries. Female Morty said, I will get everyone in this world to agree to leave with you to bring back the Morty in the real world, but you got to tell us you love us. Of course, Rick couldn't do it. So that started out an all-out war between the people who believed in Rick and going back and restoring the regular Morty, and the ones who wanted to stay in a video game and live out their lives there. So all-out war began in the video game, right? So meanwhile, Summer is doing her Die Hard. Buddy think he got the perfect plan to lure her out. So he's like, yeah, she getting chased by one dude. And it's the scene in Die Hard when the dude is shooting the table and McClane is dodging a bullet some way on his back, crawling to the table, then shoot to the table, whatever. So Buddy's like, hey, if you want to do a Die Hard, it's basically poking holes at how stupid the plot was and how silly it was, but it was very entertaining to us at the time. Say, hey, if you want to do a Die Hard, remember, don't try to hide behind a table. She sneak up behind him and shoot her in the back. Okay, good advice. So, meanwhile, Johns is talking to her through the walkie-talkie, trying to get her lure out. She throw it out. She just said, fuck it. I'm just going to shoot everybody. Just screaming out, die hard, die hard. So she just done went full. He's like, yo, she ain't acting like McClane. So that makes her the ultimate McClane. So you know what? I don't even care, man. Just kill that bitch. He's like, shoot her, do whatever you got to do. Let's go get her. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what she going to do. She crazy. So that's going on. Female Morty is basically the leader of the resistance against Rick. Okay, they storm his base. She kill him, but it's a robot. And she wants to live out her life. That Morty want to live out her life in a machine. Okay. Flash forward again. Now she done had a girl, a daughter, and she wants to go and restore. She want to go back out. So it's still kind of this religious thing. They poking fun at religion and stuff like that. And basically what happened is, in the old age, she agrees to help Rick send everybody up so they can bring the real Morty back to life with all his faculties. She just want to stay in the machine, period, point blank. She don't want to go back and be a small little part of Morty's consciousness. So they get out, and basically Summer's about to do the end, and she got the gun taped on her back, about to try to pull the gun on a head alien. Rick and Morty come out of the arcade, pick up the gun, shoot all the aliens. Boom, 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 dead. End of the story. But yeah, the stuff with Summer was super funny, man. The stuff with Rick and Morty was a play on political times right now. They were going to do it. But still entertaining. So that pretty much was the end of that episode 2. Very entertaining, but filler. As Rick and Morty is always filler, is rarely a lot of stuff that deals with the greater story of Rick and Morty. You know what I'm saying? Connective tissue. Most of it is just a lot of filler after they got out to season 3. But I still enjoyed it. All right, so I'll definitely give this episode 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Great episode for me. All right, so let's get into episode 3. Episode 3 is called Bethnic Twinstinct. So remember, Space Beth is the actual original Beth. She comes back. Now this episode is supposed to be the holiday Thanksgiving episode, okay? It ain't nowhere near Thanksgiving, but I guess they moved up the time frame of when this show was gonna come out. And the third episode was supposed to fall on Thanksgiving. All right, whatever. We in the middle of September. They're a couple of months off. But anyway, so basically it starts off, Morty is about to start the new system, and that's a play on PlayStation 5's being very scarce. So he got the new system. What is it? Your boy Rick just pops in as a turkey, like he's a turkey vampire or something. Like, yo, I didn't get you this system. Where you got it from? Oh, Space Beth, Space Mom came in and she got me this system. So he's like, oh shit, what's gonna go on? So basically, Space Beth, the two Beths, the clone Beth, our current Beth is a clone Beth, and then Space Beth, they chopping it up in the kitchen, getting to know each other, washing dishes and stuff like that. Space Beth pops clone Beth back. She said she had a bad back. They exchanged some little, interesting looks. And then that was the end of that. Morty and Summer are playing Asteroids on this fancy new system. They're like, man, this shit lame. Basically making fun of us old heads. We used to play a game with a triangle shooting little asteroids or little circles. Like that was entertaining. Like, yo, how was that entertaining to y'all? Like, seriously. And you got to think about it. Yeah, that is a kind of silly game. I had a lot of fun playing Asteroids, though. So they switched games. And then, meanwhile, Beth, they're up late at night. Beth can't sleep. She got out of bed from Jerry to go outside in the snow. And Space Beth was also up. Okay. They exchange a little pleasantries. Space Beth cracks. No, regular Beth cracks Space Beth back this time because her back was hurting. They're about to kiss. And then you hear a noise knock over. They both look at the window. And Summer ducks down. Okay. They're like, okay, I guess I'm going to go in the house. Now, Beth sees both of her moms about to make out. So now she goes back in the room all freaked out, weirded out, takes a controller and just want to play the game to try to get that image out of her mind. They playing a game. They playing a bootleg Street Fighter, right? So Summer's using Blanca, a bootleg Blanca, and then Rick is using like a bootleg Ryu. And then they fighting, and she just trying to, forget what she saw. Right? That's gonna be kind of a theme of it. So the Beths make up a excuse to get up alone time, right? So they say, oh yeah, I want to go get this special space ice cream. It's like the best ice cream in the galaxy. And then of course, since Beth saw them almost about to kiss, she like, yo, did you why the hell you got to go to space to get some ice cream? It's like, hold up. And then Rick say, yo, that ice cream is the best ice cream in the world. I mean, in the universe. So I'll allow it. Go get me some. So they leave out, go to space, and they basically make out in space. All right. The two Beths have sex with each other. So that's going on. They come back to Earth, and they making out in Space Beth's spaceship. And then Morty sees them making out. So now he's freaked out. Now he goes to the spaceship, and it's like, he's like, I saw something that I shouldn't have seen, but now I've seen it and I can't unsee it. And now I realize that that's why you over here, Summer, playing this game, trying to forget what you saw. All right. They're like, yeah, but as long as Dad don't see it, everything will be all right. So Jerry don't have no idea that this is going on. Then you flash and they making out on top of the house in the snow, rolling around in the snow. All right. So they get back in. Rick is in the space. Clone Beth is getting kind of nervous and she feeling kind of guilty. She was like, do you think we should tell Jerry? You know, Space Beth like, fuck no. Come on. Fuck his worm ass. We ain't got to worry about him. Whatever. You know, this ain't really even cheating. You know, this is masturbation, basically. So, Clone Beth feeling guilty. She's like, all right, well, I got to at least get some ice cream. So she go down and talk with Rick, who's in the garage, of course, fixing on a space whale for some reason. She's like, Dad, can your replicator, replicate some of that ice cream I was supposed to get? He was like, why? I just think, I forgot to get it. Me and Space Beth was having so much fun. He's like, really? Like, look, he basically know that both of the Belts had sex with each other. He's like, look, don't worry about that. It ain't hurt nobody. Shit happened. Here, I actually got some ice cream, already here because I like it. So, oh, thanks. So he give it to her. Boom, give her an alibi. They all sitting at the table. You know what I'm saying? And Space Beth just basically blurts out like, yeah, I had sex with your wife. Or actually, I'm your wife, and I had sex with the clone that you've been having sex with. And it was good. So Jerry thinks back, and he just, basically clams up and goes in a fetal position and turns into a roly-poly bug or a pill bug. Everybody's like, what the fuck? And Rick's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I installed that into him just in case he got in danger. So Clone Beth feels miserable, feels sorry for Jerry. Space Beth don't give a fuck, She's like, whatever, man, this is a tantrum. I mean, he a coward. That's why he wanted to install a pill bug, mechanism. They arguing, what I'm saying? They about to do the total recall thing and wipe their brains. And then Jerry comes out of it and just like, yo, why y'all just didn't ask me if I would be cool with this instead of trying to sneak around? Space Beth like, hold up. You not mad that we had sex. You mad that we didn't ask permission to have sex. He said, I might be. So basically, he want to be cut. So at the end of the show, they pretty much is having a whole little cut scene off camera. The kids are eating Thanksgiving dinner and overhearing them doing their cluckiness. So this show is crazy. She leaves. She's always welcome to come back. So basically this show is about Clone Beth finding herself with herself and improving her marriage because she was would you say she was a lesbian or was she a narcissist? That's the question. And she loves herself more than she loves anyone else, so she had sex with herself. Anyway, yeah. Great show. I like the little reference they had with Street Fighter. They were playing, what was it? Final Fantasy VII with a bootleg Cloud. Yeah, show is always good. But yeah, another filler episode. But we'll see, Space Beth again, most likely. I'm just wondering when they're going to find Smart Morty or Evil Morty. That's what I want to see. But yeah, I give this episode a 9 also. So yeah, that's a spoiler review for episode 2 and 3. Thank you guys for watching. I saw a couple of people pop up and watch it. I hope that you didn't pop up and you haven't seen the episodes yet. But, on my title card, I did say it was a spoiler. So if you didn't hear my warning beforehand, you could at least read it and saw it and not entered if you did not see it before. If you did see it before you joined, thank you for joining. I'm about to get off of here. My son's asleep, and I'm debating if I'm going to wake up to see Andor in the morning and try to do a quick review of the first 3 episodes. I heard that the episodes are only 30 minutes or so long, but the first 3 are coming out. So I want to get that out as soon as possible. I heard it's really good, and I've been anticipating it too. So, Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. Period. You know, it stands up with some of the best. So, yeah, it's probably my fifth favorite. Yeah, either fifth or fourth favorite. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a list, and I may put that at the end of that review. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you like our content, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, ding ding, to get all our latest videos. And again, you know, before we weren't kicking out much, but definitely gonna have a lot more content. You know what I'm saying? I do, you know, spoiler reviews of shows. You know, I do sports, talking about these Atlanta teams. The Braves just won, actually. So 3-2 just became a final. So we'll holler at y'all later, man. Just try to entertain y'all. If y'all like it, you don't stick around. If you don't, whatever. Also, hit a comment. Let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? If there was other aspects that I ain't talk about the show and you liked and want to talk about it, then yeah, bring it up. We can chop it up in the comment section. All right, y'all. I'm out this piece. Peace up, A-Town down. We'll holler. Deuces.